Okay, hey, welcome to UA Day 3. Here we go. I'm gonna try to keep it down because we do have some people camping over there. I want to be respectful, and it is still kind of early. How about this spot Trent found, huh? It's about we're plus or minus 8,500 feet elevation, and it looks like the smoke's finally starting to thin a little bit. So good news there. With more on the fun stuff we have in store for today, here's Trent.
All right, guys. So we got in a little bit later than I anticipated, but you know, I think it was still fun getting a little night wheeling. Everybody think night wheeling was fun? Yeah. All right. We are actually right at the end of the trail. You can go no further from here with a motorized vehicle. So what does that mean? We get to turn right back around and go right back down the way we came. So it's a rad trail, and it's kind of cool because we get to do it twice, and then we are headed east. And we've got some really, really cool stuff planned. One of these things that we're gonna do today, you'll probably never get to do again.
Alrighty, boys and girls, the front of the group is gonna start making our way down the trail. To stay in line, you are free to start wheeling once your temperature check has been completed.
I think that might be one of the best camp spots yet, Trent.
Thanks, it would have been even better without the best spot being occupied, but it wasn't bad.
I think it was amazing.
All right, good morning. It is Tuesday? Is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. That's the cool thing about Ultimate Adventure Summer Camp is that every day starts to blur together. So it should be fun. It's always fun when you can end the day in low range and start the day in low range. Get a little four-wheeling in. Last night wasn't too bad. It was a little chilly, but I think everybody knew it was coming, so there was lots of extra sleeping bags getting pulled out. And I think today will be another good day. Apparently there's some sort of cool surprise for us halfway through the day, which we will figure out when we get there.
Fred, you got your ears on?
Gotcha.
I think putting that clutch slave cylinder in my truck fixed it.
Just putting it in your truck, not on your truck?
Yeah, it's way better now.
Pushing a rock, pushing a rock, pushing a rock.
We just died in the creek crossing.
Why does your scout hate you?
Oh, sidekick.
Yeah, your side chick is done with you.
So this is the Jeep that we drove underwater and about a year ago. We drove it in a river, and now for some unknown reason the starter is having a little problem. So it probably has too much corrosion in the starter after being in the river. So we're gonna have to jump start this thing. Here's my plan. My starter has died, but I still have power. I have the brand new Warren 8274 Evo winch on here. These winches are super fast. So what I want to do is see if I can literally winch my Jeep fast enough to bump start it.
Oncoming is the button of paper law.
Alright, that worked. It didn't really work as we hoped, but we still got it. We winched it up onto a hill and then drove it off the hill and got it to run.
Yep, he used my sliders pretty good on that one.
Dave, you still coming? You okay? Chappelle, are you okay? It's alive! It's alive!
We just left camp and I noticed there was some leaking fluid underneath the front. I actually was like taking sweet pictures of my rig on a rock, and then I looked at the pictures and it was like drips everywhere. So I've got some power steering leaking going on here. It's dripping off this power steering cooler and down, but it's like every fitting that I put on here is like not sealing all the way. And this is cool. There's like a little cricket that's living on this fitting. It looks like he might have met his demise there. So it's all good. It's just leaking, finding its levels. Time to roll.
After topping off with fuel in Deer Lodge, there was plenty more dirt in store as we made our way to the town of Comet. According to the 4x4 Books of Western Montana by Willie and Gene Worthy, Comet was founded in the early 1870s, and mining continued there through the 1940s. There's a very large mill and several houses that still stand in the town site. However, most of it is private property.
This thing grips, man. Let me tell you, let her rip, tighter chip. That's what it says on the gas pedal. So if you want to get up an obstacle, just put that skinny pedal to the floor, right up there, no problem.
How's your rig been doing so far this year?
It ain't even my rig, but so far I think it's doing pretty darn good. He's at the back of the pack, he's at the front of the pack, he's at the top of the hill, he's at the bottom of the hill. He's everywhere you want him to be. Man's got every tool you need. This right here, this is a Crony vehicle. This is a good grade A vehicle right here.
Just relaxing out of the vehicles after a good washboard run, a little dust. Watching Dave do his artwork, it's quite fascinating.
I screwed up right here. You can kind of tell.
That's what we do on the UA.
This is so cool. It's beautiful out here. It's kind of a bummer because we've got all this smoke, but we're on like this ridgeback 2-track up in the hills of Montana. It's amazing.
Welcome to the Wick Tunnel. It is a mile-long abandoned train tunnel, and we are about to go through it.
It's the coolest trip I know.
So it is about hub deep in water. In spots, it's kind of rocky in spots too. Hopefully you've got your hubs locked, and just kind of take it slow. There is some kind of debris in here.
Trent, you outdone yourself once again, buddy. This is pretty good stuff, man. Thank you again.
You guys are very welcome.
That was a long, nice, wet tunnel.
It's cool. I've never been in a tunnel before. I've seen some other people go through them, but that's pretty neat.
It was crazy. It was like a carnival ride or something. You go through one of those tunnels of love or something. It was really awesome.
So we drove through a super cool tunnel, and Durham and I have been on the lookout for a piece of metal to turn into a heat shield to go between my muffler and what's burning up my transmission cable for the third time so far on this trip. And we stumbled upon this beautiful scrapyard. I did some picking and, took a little bit, but I was able to pry this one away from that pile. So this is mine now.
Okay, that was so much fun. I think we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again for two reasons. One, my original route would take about another 45 minutes, and two, we have a compatriot back on the other side that is broken and probably is going to need a little bit more assistance. Lights on for safety. It is kind of a narrow cattle guard, so you have to be careful.
Vern, did you see this cow with your beard?
With all the fires going on, it shouldn't have been a surprise that eventually one of them was going to affect our route. Sure enough, a fresh wildfire had sprung up along our original route towards an area called Ringing Rocks, and the Forest Service had closed the entire area. I called up the guys from Onyx, and together we were able to use their app in real time to come up with some alternative campsites. Having an app like Onyx is invaluable not just for Ultimate Adventure, but for anyone that ventures into the backcountry.
I'm sure Trent and the Onyx off-road guys are scrambling to try and figure out a really cool place that we can go see or go wheeling before we get to camp. Because even though if you look at the sun over there, there's about 4.5 minutes of daylight left, we won't get to camp until 4.5 hours from now. But that's all part of the adventure.
For the record, this fire was not on InstaWeb 2 days ago.
Did we just get upgraded to the spa resort?
Maybe that'll be plan D.
Platinum, baby!
Good morning, Vern.
I slept good till my hammock decided, that's too many years. And just split in half, so I just slept on the ground last night.
I could sleep another 2 hours. I'm just packing up my little house.
after a cold night here in, I don't even know where we are. I think we're still in Montana, aren't we? We're somewhere in Montana. When I got up at 3 a.m. to use the restroom, which is everywhere out here, I checked my phone, it was 31 degrees. So it's cold last night. Canada cold.
We're just fired up some coffee here. We got some breakfast burritos we're about to throw on the grill to get them warm.
Yeah, man, they're rolling.
All right, they're
ready to rock.
All right, hey, welcome to UA Day 4. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed yesterday. It's not every day you get to drive through a mile-long abandoned train tunnel or see an abandoned town or catch some of the cool, beautiful views we got. So right on to Trent for planning another exceptional route. Plan B for the morning, thanks to Ted and Rory at Onyx, we're trying to figure out how to get around the wildfire that popped up since Trent was here pre-running, and to that end, I'll hand it over to Trent for more of what's in store for today.
Yeah, so yeah, sorry about yesterday evening, guys, but that's why it's an adventure. That's why they call it an adventure. Sometimes there's some unknown. The good news is that actually puts us a little bit ahead of schedule today, so maybe there's a chance that we'll be setting up our tents before dark, but I can't guarantee that. But beyond that, we will definitely be doing some four-wheeling, and it's definitely going to be pretty rad four-wheeling at that.
Thing got some miles on it right there.
Yeah.
Just 3 days on the trail, right here. Before and after. Time to clean it.
It's really nice to show everybody our backyard here in Montana and the trails that we run all the time with our friends and family. Share actually Rory's actual backyard is, so we'll probably be rolling real close to where his mountain cabin is.
Looks like we are in Montana and there's some cowboys literally moving some cattle across the road. So camera guy, you should probably veer off from me and get that shot because that's going to be pretty epic. Bring me home where the little dogies roam and the cowboys ride horses all day. I think there's a couple cowgirls out there.
So we had our Plan B campsite, which actually was really nice, really cold, but really nice. We packed up, we had some backcountry roads to the town of Ennis. We got some fuel. Now this is our campsite for the night. We're gonna dump some gear and we're gonna go hit a really good trail.
Keith, how's that front suspension treating you?
Like it. I like it. How does the airbag feel?
It's good. This thing rides a little bit smoother than the Toyota did. That thing didn't have enough weight to it.
So today's pretty awesome because we did a bunch of road miles in the morning, which was good, got that out of the way, and now we're at the wheeling spot. And the best thing was I was able to unload all the camping gear out of the truck, all that extra weight that I don't want to carry when I'm rock crawling, and now we're all able to just rock crawl and then we'll rock crawl back to camp. What that means for me is I get to go fast.
The name of the game today is try to keep up with that crazy Canadian Ian Johnson. And I tell you what, man, it's a trick. That man just keeps the pedal down. So we'll keep an axle or two under this, but we've got a few to throw on it if we have to.
His car just wants to go fast. This one's more of a rock crawler, but it keeps up.
It's a blast. This trail's really rad. Got some cool rocks, ups and downs. Had a really cool water crossing right there too. So this is a great day for it.
So we're out here southwest Montana, just outside of Ennis, a trail that I'm used to running on a regular basis. I run this trail 10 or 15 times a year. When I found out about UA and joining UA this year, I was stoked to find out we were running this trail. And we're about 4 miles in, about a mile left, and we're about to have some of the funner, larger crawls ahead of us. So looking forward to sharing that.
Don't forget, I still have a special something for someone.
We made it to McKelvey Lake. There was some legit rock crawling to get here, but it just doesn't get much more beautiful than this. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. So the group actually made really good progress. I've actually had minimal breakage. So we're gonna hang out here. Maybe a couple of the guys are gonna toss a fishing pole in the water for a couple of minutes, hang out here, enjoy the view, and then we're going right back down the hill.
Dave, why are you working on your truck with this beautiful view?
You know what? I work on my truck whenever, wherever. I prefer doing fender trimming next to a beautiful mountain lake. So I figured I'd bring it up here and fix it all up. But there's fires everywhere, so I gotta use 10 steps instead of a grinder. So, here we go.
Okay, Dave. I got a present for you. So, I don't know if you saw the watches I got Vern and those guys.
I saw a watch.
I got them big chunky watches because they're all driving diesel trucks.
Uh-huh.
And diesel truck drivers have big chunky watches.
You got me mini trucker stuff?
Well, no, because you don't have a diesel, but you're riding alone. I got you the best gift ever.
Ooh.
Companionship.
Oh, fantastic.
So I thought maybe you would like to ride the rest of the trip with this beautiful moose.
Oh, I love moose.
There you go.
It's gonna double as a pillow too.
Look at that. See, I thought he could keep you company for the rest of the trip.
Thank you. That was very kind of you.
It just spoke to me when I saw it. I don't know why, but I thought Dave needs a moose.
It goes with my moose pillow that I have at home and my moose blanket.
All right, pulling out.
You need some more weight to put in your truck, Dave?
No, it's about maxed out right now. I'm good. If you need me to haul any of that beef jerky, I can take some of that off your hands.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen here. It's about 5:20, and the sun is still up, but we're just gonna head down this rocky trail back to camp. We've already driven up it, we haven't really had any issues, the whole group's doing great. Now, all hell will break loose. Someone will rip an axle out from under their truck, somebody else's engine will catch on fire. Basically, we won't get to camp until about 11:30 or 12, maybe 1 a.m. That's just how it works. I mean, we all think, it's still daylight, we're heading back to camp, we can make dinner in the sunlight and see everything and sit around and have a few brewskis. Nope, we're gonna be on this trail wrenching until dawn.
The long wheelbase strikes.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I'm glad that Warren is here and sponsored us with the winch to help me get out of this predicament.
So what we're doing is pulling the winch, pulling the front around. Once we get far enough, we may have to hook Trent's to the back of it to hold it up to be able to drive on down. We'll have to kind of a little at a time and wiggle and see if we can actually make enough distance to go that way.
I mean, the truck is working amazing, especially we brought it here untested. We drove it the whole way here, and she's holding her own. Like I said, she's my side chick, so she's got some issues, but we're gonna take care of her.
And side chick, what's the story behind that?
So when I first bought it and started building it, she got the nickname the side chick because that's pretty much where all my money goes. That I can get away from my family and my wife and my, not interrupting family life. So.
On day 3, we woke next to a lake at 8,500 feet elevation, explored the ghost town of Comet, Montana, and drove through an incredible mile-long abandoned train tunnel. Day 4 found us on a challenging rock crawl trail up the side of a steep mountain to get to McKelvey Lake. Tune in for the next episode because up until now, we've only been warming up.
Road days, there's lots of things to consider on a road day on Ultimate Adventure. One, do you have enough fuel? Because I think we have to have at least 200 to 250 mile range for fuel. And then there's also, every time you go to a fuel stop, you need to snack up on snacks, even though you're not hungry. That's no reason not to buy more snacks. The camera guys, they're kind of slobs, and they really don't eat very well. But whenever they stop for gas, the camera guys like rush inside, and they buy anything that they can find out of like the fried section. So like pizza sticks, chicken wings, deep fried jalapeno poppers, tubs of broccoli and asparagus. I don't know. Sometimes it makes your car smell bad. But the nice part is like then when you get to camp, they just bail, run off to download or whatever they call it. I gotta go edit this footage. I'll see you later. And then like they leave all the crap, wrappers and candy, burnt cigarette butts, empty beer cans, and whiskey bottles, and all this stuff just strewn all over their passenger floor. But hey man, those are the glue. Those guys are the glue that hold this video together. So they're the best we could get on short notice from the local sanitarium. But hey, we can't judge.